Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
Thank you, Jen, and welcome to the Double R Show. We're going to be joined today by the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce, a brand new city attorney, Lincoln City attorney. We'll meet him for the first time. And Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital is going to be talking about their new position, the nursing staff supervisor, which is really pretty interesting, especially when it comes to people that may be looking for a position, a job, and the like. It could be available to them right now at Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital. That and a whole lot more. Anything else that you want to highlight?
Yeah, no, we're just looking forward to the episode, and thanks again.
It'll happen right after this.
Add to your personal library today with a book from Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City. I'm Diana Portwood, and books provide a world of discovery. From science to science fiction, read what you've been missing.
City of Lincoln City has a new city attorney, and that new city attorney is David Robinson. Welcome.
Thank you.
You have been on an interim basis as city attorney for the city, correct?
Since September of 2023.
Okay, now your background, obviously you're an attorney, but background, educational background, a little historical perspective of who David is.
Community college. It's where I got my start. So I was a decent athlete in high school and not a really very good student. And so I planned on joining the military at that time because I figured that was the only thing that I could do. 1989, I was graduating from high school, but I got an injury in my knee, so all four branches of the military took a pass on me, and I ended up going into community college in upstate New York, where I lived, and I was probably a middling DC high school student, and I pulled off straight A's. So kind of a change of environment, change of direction in life, change of attitude. And it was after that first semester I figured out that I could petition for extra credits and actually pull off a double major. And then my thrifty economic mind kicked in that I could leave undergraduate pretty much on grants, scholarships, no student loans, and have 2 degrees for the low price of one. And I thought at that time it was a choice. You know, if academics is it, where are you going to end up with the academics? So I wanted to make sure I could choose between medical school, law school, or a PhD. So a diversified undergraduate education led me to taking the law school application test.
Medical school or an attorney? I mean, that's quite a reach.
I wanted to be the first person in my family with a doctorate degree. And
the motivation for that was?
Ego. The fact that I scored straight A's for the first time in my life, so I had a new thing that I was good at. Who knows how an 18-year-old brain works. So, yeah, I did want to have options, and I enjoyed learning to such a great extent that I really couldn't choose one major or even 2 majors, so I carried a minor as well. I think it was a biology and a psychology and a philosophy.
That wanting to learn is still with you?
Absolutely. I read all day long, every day for a living. I start my day reading for pleasure. Then I open up law books, white papers, and then I open up the inbox and read some more.
As you look at being the city attorney for Lincoln City, any items that are pressing for you in particular?
I'm still learning. I think that there's a lot of things to do here, exciting real estate, public records. As you can see, I'm surrounded by paper records, and so I would like to engage in a multi-year project to get our paper records converted, get our public records on a destruction schedule, and make sure that there are only one record instead of having multiple versions of the same record in various subfolders and computers or hiding in manila banker boxes.
Now, you are one of 3, I believe, that is actually hired by the city council, correct? The city manager, you, and the judge?
Correct. That's correct.
And obviously your main responsibility is to advise the council and the other department heads.
That is correct.
Major problems there, or is it a easy task for you given your wanting to learn?
I have been a corporate lawyer since I started, and I've represented nonprofit boards. That was going back to 2014. This was my fourth city where I've had a chance to advise municipal corporate boards. So it is not a matter of easy or hard. It's, for me, staying focused on the methods, the people and the relationships, and making sure that I have a decent command of the subject matter and I'm able to discuss it in a way that is understandable.
I would guess that as you look at a city packet for a city council meeting, you have to be able to get into the conversation on any subject matter.
Correct.
That's a lot of learning.
It is. The city attorney's role, or any attorney's role, is to offer advice. And so being immediate with advice isn't always the best way. And so I will often defer if I'm asked a question that I can't answer and provide a citation for the source, and gladly come back at the next council meeting with a memorandum and a follow-up.
If somebody in the audience has a question of you, can they present that question to you, or is there they got to go through the city manager? How do I approach David Robinson?
I prefer email. The question was, in an open meeting, can a citizen ask a question of me? The answer to that is no. The public meetings law is a public attendance law. It's not a public participation law. So the public is granted 3 to 5 minutes for public comments on issues not on the agenda item. That's not an opportunity to ask questions of individual staff members.
As you look at the time that you're going to spend here, number one goal is going to be, other than the paperwork that you talked about?
My number one goal in any organization is the same. It's to carve out a space that is ready for the next attorney to slip into seamlessly. I think your attorney has to be trustworthy, knowledgeable. What they really are is a placeholder for the next attorney.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries.
We may be young, but we are experienced. Hi, Adina Zeller here, and Zeller's restaurants are now a year old, but the experience in preparing and serving food goes way back generations. Zeller's Lincoln City and Rose Lodge. Come on in.
As we continue with our podcast, Dr. Leslie Ogden is with us, and you have new staff again, and again you're going to be introducing a new person to the family, if you will.
Absolutely. A new important person, very important person. We have Kirsten Ferren with us. She is our Vice President for Patient Care Services. What that really means is she is over all the clinical departments of our hospital. And I brought her here so she could tell you a little bit about herself and her background. So I'll turn it over to her.
Welcome, and tell us about your life story, if you will.
Oh, I'm so excited to share my life story. So,
I know, I can see. It's written all over your face.
I'm Kirsten Ferren. I'm the Vice President of Patient Care here at North Lincoln. I'm so excited to be here. I've been a nurse for 24 years and a Chief Nursing Officer, which is sort of the equivalent of a Vice President of Patient Care for the last 5 years. I've done a lot of leadership in nursing throughout my career. And as the Vice President here, I get to cover a few more units other than just nursing. Right? I get to cover pharmacy and I get to support rehab and just some of the other departments that fall in that purview. So that's an exciting opportunity for me. And I've been here for 6 months now, so not that long.
So you came from?
I was a chief nursing officer at a 140-bed hospital in Arizona, but I actually grew up here in Oregon, and my family has lived on the Oregon coast for the last 25 years.
So you come home.
So I came home to be with them. My family lives in Newport, and just so I can be closer to them and be a part of that.
So now, are you working both hospitals, both Lincoln City, Newport, or just Lincoln City?
Just Lincoln City.
That's
just
enough.
Lincoln City. Yep, it's definitely enough. It's very busy, and we keep ourselves going, and we have lots of good opportunities and lots of good staff, lots of good patients to work with.
Do you get the patient care, or have you had to give that up for the administrative end?
Well, I really have to give up patient care per se in terms of actually touching patients, but I get to do patient care in a new and different way.
How so?
For me, I get to take care of the people that take care of the patients. And so that's really important. So my job is to support them, give them the tools that they need, make sure that they have opportunities for growth and development, make sure that I'm providing the education and resources and all the things that we need to take care of our patients, and most importantly, take care of our patients here in this community. And that requires that we have ongoing education and making sure that we know how to take care of patients and not having to send them maybe as far away as Portland or other places.
Now, we want to salute one of the staff that you have that I assume under your care.
Yes. Well, every year we select something that we call a DAISY Award. And the DAISY Award is actually an award that is given throughout the nation to nurses that go above and beyond and do a little bit more, a little bit extra for their patients. And so this year, our DAISY Award winner is Amanda Carpenter, and she is a nurse in our wound care center. And she was just recognized for taking extra care of a patient, making sure that she went really above and beyond to make sure they had a ride to their appointments, a room that they could be seen in, just doing some extra things for them to just show that she really cared about them and also meet all of their medical needs. So Amanda was awarded our DAISY Award, and she's actually our Employee of the Year this year.
Really? Congratulations.
Yeah, very exciting for her. So happy.
As Employee of the Year, that's a wonderful award, but it also puts some additional pressure, I would think.
I think she will handle that with all the due grace. She's a fabulous part of our team. We're very lucky to have her. Amanda's worked for us since 2018, so she's been here a long time, and so we're really lucky to have her.
A lot of us don't realize the number of nurses that are involved with Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital. Get a handle on the actual number?
That is a very good question, Roger, because nurses are the single biggest type of employee that we have.
I would think so.
And I want to say that we are somewhere between 60 and 70, but I'd have to get you an actual number. And that's just working within our hospital, because we also have nurses working in our community, in our clinics, that are in addition to that.
That is huge. Mm-hmm. That's a huge payroll.
It is.
That's a lot of responsibility.
But they're worth it. They're worth every penny.
Absolutely. But that's a lot of responsibility to be really in charge of that many people with that type of background.
Right. From my perspective, these are all nurses that have, a degree, and they are all professionals. And so our responsibility is to help them grow and develop and also keep them here to, the longer that someone stays in a building in our hospital, the more we can grow them and hone their skills. And so that's our job, is how do we keep our nurses here and keep them engaged in patient care.
And I'm going to follow up with that again. Oregon Coast Community College with the nurses program has got to have a huge impact on the two hospitals here in the county.
It absolutely does. And our relationship with them is so important in workforce development. And in fact, we were just talking about that today, because we have new graduate jobs that are out there, and we'd like to see a few more come in and participate with us in their training. It's on-the-job training, basically, for the job that they will have in the future. So, and these are in all specialty areas. We've got people signed up already in our emergency department and our labor and delivery unit, but we're looking for folks who want to take those nursing jobs in our med-surg unit and in our ICU.
It just keeps going, doesn't it, Doctor?
It does. It does. Year after year. And we love it when we take our hometown people, we grow them, and then they become the next generation of professionals who will take care of all of us.
And once upon a time, before Chinook Winds, before Lincoln City Outlets, I think Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital was the number 1 or number 2 employer in the county. Might have been the school district ahead of you, might have been GP, but it is significant what the hospitals do.
I think we're number 2 if we
put them all together.
Put everything together with Samaritan in Lincoln County. I think we're number 2, right behind the casino. Mm-hmm.
If you're single and 50, nothing out there. Like walking up on an avocado bend. There's like 7 left. 5 are rotten, 2 are suspect. You just end up leaving with an onion.
Rodney Carrington, 2 shows on Saturday, August 3rd, Chinook Winds Casino Resort.
Any man that thinks he's going to run off and find him some little 30-something who's 50 years old, good luck with that. They're a lot of fun, but eventually you have to talk to them. That's when the breakdown begins. So what do you want to do with your life?
Just travel the world.
You work at Arby's, probably going to be a while.
Tickets on sale now at ChinookWinds.com, Chinook Winds box office, or at 1-888 Main Act. A night of comedy and music with Rodney Carrington.
I got crabs, and it's real bad. Not the kind you eat at Joe's, but the kind that make your girlfriend mad.
Saturday, August 3rd, 2 shows, Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Rodney Carrington, Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
Our next guest is Lori Arce-Torres, the Executive Director of the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce. Lori, thanks for coming on board.
Well, thank you for having me.
Chamber of Commerce in Lincoln City, been in business a long time.
Long time. And I've actually been there for 8 years, so that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long tenure. Why should I be a member of the Chamber?
Well, there are so many reasons. We do, as you know, a lot of different things in town, active in a lot of different organizations. We get a lot of people into the chamber office that we give referrals constantly every day. People call and they're looking for a service that one of our members provides. So we are happy to refer our members, of course. And just we do a lot of events that get you in front of other business owners, like-minded people. Your networking events, our luncheons try to be very educational about what's happening in town, things that people need to know. I always base our speakers on what calls are we getting at the chamber, what questions are we getting. So I'm assuming that, other people have those questions. So I try to get those questions answered at our luncheons and make them educational.
The meetings used to be weekly years ago, and that was a bit of a drain. The format that you're going now is like once a month, right?
Yes, 4th Tuesday.
Much better.
4th Tuesday. And we get, 60, 70, 80 people there, sometimes more. So, yeah, once a month, people... They definitely want to come, they want to attend, but that in turn, I'd feel more responsibility to make sure that it is the education that we need to be getting out there.
Not only do you get the educational part, you get an opportunity to promote your business in front of all of the people that are attending.
Yes. We always have a sponsor, and they have 5 minutes to speak, and they get to put all their literature on the table, and then we do announcements around the room. So that's when everybody puts their either nonprofit hat on or their business hat. So they just, get to make that announcement to the entire crowd.
Now, one of the events that you're going to be involved in with the Chamber is tied in with the casino, and that's the Beef, Bacon, and Brew Festival in its which year?
Ooh.
Gosh, it's been going on for some time now.
It has, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
And now the chamber, we organize the cooking teams. So what it is, it's a fundraiser for nonprofits. So right now we have 11 cooking teams, and these cooking teams are all nonprofit, so they make money from the casino, to make a dish, offer a dish to everybody that comes to Beach Bacon and Brews. Made it with bacon. So, and then they earn money on this. So the chamber, we organize all of these teams, make sure that they are all on the same page and that, they're doing what they need to be doing.
Now, have you got the number of teams full, or is there still more spaces available?
Well, right now we have 11 teams,
okay,
which last year we had 10, so we've added one more. I don't know if we've got maybe room for one more, but 11 would be good.
And what kind of things can we expect that they're going to prepare? Do you know?
Boy, well, the Elks always does their bacon wrapped shrimp with the honey glaze, and it's fabulous. So when you enter the event, you buy bacon bucks. So you buy all of these tastings with your bacon bucks, and they're $1. So then the nonprofit earns the amount of money of the bacon bucks that they've taken, minimum of $500.
So if you're out there pitching it, you're going to make some coin.
And if you've got an amazing whatever you're serving, everybody wants that. So
now, do you have to guarantee that you're going to bring X amount of food items?
Yes, a minimum of 600
Oh
tastings. So just to get through the entire day. Because a lot of times if you've got a really popular dish, then it's gone. So we're trying this year to really make sure we put that 600 number on there to make sure they can get through the entire day.
And then there is a brew fest that goes along with it.
Yeah,
as
they've
well.
got, I think, 22 breweries. There's live music. It's at the tent out back from the casino. So it's a super fun day.
It really is.
It really
a good
is.
time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. And the security of that, it's for adults.
Yes, adults only. Yep.
Adults only. I want to make certain we got that
For
in
sure.
there as well.
Yeah, because you also get as many tastings of the cider beer, whatever you choose as well. So by the end of the day, people are very happy.
They're very happy. They're well pleased with their choices.
Yes, they are.
One of the other things that we're doing in cooperation with the Chamber of Commerce from Always Traveling and Estle Harlan, we're putting together a cruise that will feature Estle and some of her writing.
Yes, and I am so excited to hear her. She is she has a doctorate, she's a speaker. Yeah, she does an amazing job. So, this cruise will be super fun, and we're trying to get as many locals, because it's always fun to hang out with people you know.
And it makes money for the chamber.
Yes. Added plus.
Added plus. You got to be able to pay the bills, turn on the lights,
That's right. We're constantly, conscious of that.
You got to be staying on top of it all of the time, raising money to keep the doors open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not part of the city, so we don't get funding from the city. The city is a member, of course, but, we don't get that outside funding. So our funding comes from our members' dues and our sponsorships and fundraisers.
The biggest one probably is the super auction.
Super auction, we just had our women's symposium last Friday, which was amazing. Yeah, it was a great day. So that had good sponsorship with it. We do an awards banquet in the fall, probably first weekend in November. So that has got good sponsorship with it as well.
If I wanted to sponsor something or become a sponsor for a luncheon, I'd do what?
Do you just call the chamber? Just call and let me know. We'll put you down. In fact, you were our sponsor for our next luncheon next week.
From the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce, Lori Arce-Torres, Executive Director of the Chamber. Thanks much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service.
We at La Roca are proud of our food, but don't take our word for it. Read the reviews. One person wrote, "The service was friendly and efficient." Another writes, La Roca has become one of our favorites because it's authentic Mexican food.
It is summertime, and of course, the number of activities taking place in and around the Lincoln City area are phenomenal. We're going to start off talking about the Summer Music Concert Series that's taking place in Elscott.
Yeah, Zug Life Surf Shop is putting this on again from 1 to 3 every Saturday in July and August, and so just come on down to the deck and listen to some good tunes.
So Saturday it's music. On Sunday it is a Sunday market that takes place at the Lincoln City Cultural Center. I like the layout of that.
Yeah, the Cultural Center Plaza is just beautiful.
It really is.
It really looks great. And so the farmers market is back, so come on down.
Looking forward to August. We've got a number of events to put on your calendar, including Taft Beach Sandcastle competition There are a number of special categories that you'll want to find out more information about. And see Frank down at Moe's. Frank will get you signed up. It is put on by BAMA, the Bay Area Merchants Association. This is going to be on August 10th. And, of course, pay attention to when the tides are about to happen.
Right. And I think there might be a cruise ship you could build. Is that right?
Yeah, there's a $100 cruise ship that is out there someplace, so you can participate in that. It's sponsored by Always Traveling. And just speaking of Always Traveling, since you brought it up, we are in the partnership right now with the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce. Estle Harlan is going to help us lead a cruise, and Estle has written a book that you'll want to find out more information about, and we'll talk more about that down the road. But Estle will do some presentations on that sailing. It is a fundraising activity for the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce. Information is available through Always Traveling or up at the Chamber office.
Very good.
Want you on board. Speaking of being on board, be on board for the Lincoln City National Night Out, Tuesday, August 6th. And Surf's Up, Surf City, the Surf City Classic Car Show at Chinook Woods Casino Resort. It is amazing how much money this event raises for Angels Anonymous.
Oh, it's a big
It's
fundraiser.
Thousands of dollars. And that is going to be happening again August 17, 18 in the parking lot at Chinook Woods Casino Resort. Tommy James and the Shondells coming August 24th. Crystal Blue Persuasion. Remember that song?
You know, I can't say that I do. I might need to get on YouTube or find a little
You're
tune.
going to have to listen up and find out about Crystal Blue Persuasion. Tommy James going to be at Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Speaking of Chinook Winds, also the 25th anniversary of Angels Anonymous Festival of the Trees. This year, it will be a hot lava Polynesian entertainment evening along with an authentic luau buffet. I've seen the menu. It is staggering. It is stupendous. It is amazing.
How much do you love luau's?
I think I love luau's.
Nice.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
Anything on your side of the table? Have you got your grass skirt ready?
Yeah. Well, you said either a tuxedo or a Hawaiian shirt, and I've got one to choose from. So
maybe we pair up and have both.
Yeah, well, maybe some sort of boutonniere thing or something too.
They'll toss us out sometime. That'll do it to the Dunes of the Double R Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, so you, your family, and friends around the world and across the street can join us right here on the Double R Show. I like this program. I like what you've done putting it together, and we are in our second year.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Thank you all for listening, and thank you, Dad, for being the voice of Lincoln City.
I love it. I love it. It is an honor. For Paul, Jana, I am Double R. Have a happy day.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.